So first off, this video goes out to the homie himself, Terry, and it's about Jujutsu Kaisen. And he asked the question, is Jujutsu Kaisen the greatest manga of all time? Let me answer that right now. No. I'm not an expert on any of this stuff, analyzing stories and stuff like that, but I did pass my English class. So I'm here to tell you, no, this is not the greatest manga of all time, but it is pretty good. So before we get into this, I just want to remind everyone that Terry is the same guy who said Soul Leveling underrated, Uri from Bleach underrated. So I don't know if we can trust this guy's opinions right now, but maybe he has changed over the past month, and maybe he's wised up because he's reading Jujutsu Kaisen, the next big thing, and that's it right there. The next big thing, the next big manga, the greatest manga of all time, he says. So that's how I know it's not underrated. So what is that about? We know it's not underrated anymore. You can't use the excuse it's underrated, so that means it's good excuse. So what even is Jujutsu Kaisen? Why is it so crazy right now? The manga published in Weekly Shonen Jump that got an anime adaptation by Studio Mappa, which we know has some quality to it. You know they put some care into it because of these fights and how they animated this anime. So what else makes it good besides, yo, that fight was crazy, dog? Maybe it's the characters, like, this one guy, Gojo. He kind of strong, but people comparing him to Goku in strength, you know what I'm saying? But overall, the cast of characters in the story of Jujutsu Kaisen is pretty interesting to watch and see how they all interact with each other. The story goes in an interesting direction where you're just engaged. You're like, I wonder what happens next chapter. And once you catch up, you're like, can't wait until next Sunday where I could just read what Akutami has to say or has to show us with his work. Even if you're complaining about his art, this man is sick right now and he's still pushing out chapters. They had to put him on a break forcefully because he wouldn't stop. He just couldn't stop because he wants to end it as fast as possible. He wants to give us this crazy story for us. I can respect that. The art overall in Jujutsu Kaisen manga is absolutely fire. From the fight scenes just to the normal conversations in between. It's just nothing but, wow, that was amazing, man. Can't wait to see what you draw next. Overall, Jujutsu Kaisen is very enjoyable, even if you're just reading the manga or watching the anime, or even doing both. You could just do that because both of them are crazy experiences you should just sit down and experience because, this is apparently the greatest manga of all time, according to Terry. But, in conclusion, Jujutsu Kaisen is not underrated. Because when you got people like this guy, the fan base is too big.